Hey, what's going on, guys? Time for another album review. Didn't really know what album to review today. I know there's a few new albums out right now that I'm thinking about reviewing, but I wanted to review something from a few years ago, so I was looking through my Spotify, and I was looking through all the albums I have saved, and I came across 2000 by Joey Badass, and I have a lot of nostalgia tied to this album. And so when I seen it, I was like, okay, I haven't listened to this album in its entirety in like a while, so I'm going to listen to it again, and then I'm going to review it. There is certain songs that I do listen to from time to time. One of them I'll talk about here shortly. But I've never, like I said, I've not listened to the full album in years, probably, like just, starting it and going to the end. So yeah, we're going to review 2000 by Joey Badass. This is a really good album. It's I have a lot of nostalgia tied to this album. A lot of nostalgia, man. I listen to this album all the time in 2022. Like, the album is just naturally a very nostalgic album, and if you've listened to the album, you'll understand, and a lot of it's to do with the production. The production on this album is really, really good, but it has like this like really nostalgic, chill kind of lo-fi thing about it. A lot of it is because it's Joey following up, his 1999 album, with the same kind of ideas and stuff, and on 2000 using a lot of that nostalgia, that 90s 2000s hip-hop nostalgia with the production style. And it's just a naturally nostalgic album. And so there's songs like Eulogy, which is my personal favorite on this album. I love, love, love Eulogy. And that is the song I was talking about. The one that I listen to still. I'll listen to that song because I have so much nostalgia tied to that song. A lot of special memories with that song, and it's just one of those songs that it's probably my standout from the album. It's just a song that I love to listen to and just kind of chill out to, and it's just a really good song. And I think that song in particular kind of shows the strengths of this album with its nostalgic production, its crisp production, and like I said, the lo-fi top production on that song is so good. I was kind of jump scared when I started the album because I totally forgot that Diddy is featured on this album. He's featured on the opener. I totally forgot about that. Totally forgot about the fact that Diddy is featured on the opener to this album. I'm sure Joey definitely regrets that. Definitely hasn't aged well, obviously. So it's it was just funny going back to it. I was like, wow, like he is featured on this thing. I'm seeing his name right now. So it was funny, but it's definitely something that hasn't aged too well. But the opener, it's whatever. Like I said, it's kind of crazy that Diddy's still featured on it. In terms of most of the songs I enjoy on this thing, there's one song in particular that I should like more than I do, and it's "Show Me." It features "Show Me How," or it samples "Show Me How" by Men I Trust, which is an amazing song, and it's a song that I love. And that song fits the type of production that Joey's going for on this album. And so you would think sampling that song on an album like this with Joey, delivering great performances, because he delivers great performances throughout the album, you would think that song would be so big, and you would think I would love it. I didn't like it when I first heard it, and unfortunately, going back to it, I still don't. I still just don't. It's not a horrible song, but it doesn't work for me. And I don't know if it's because it relies so heavily on that sample that it kind of forgets to be its own song. Honestly, I think that might be what it is. I don't know. It's never worked for me. There is one song that I do hate on this album. It's "Welcome Back." That is a horrible song. Nothing really to say about it. I just hate that song. I do not like it. Didn't like it when I first heard it, and I didn't even really bother to listen to it again. I know I hate that song. It's not good. So that's the one kind of like bad song. Like I said, Show Me is not a horrible song. It just really doesn't work for me. But most of the other songs are great. I mean, they work for me. Wanna Be Loved featuring Jid. Great Jid feature on this. Love that song. Jid was coming off a great album himself in 2022 with The Forever Story. 2022 was a great year for hip-hop. You had 2000 with Joey Badass. You had The Forever Story. You had the Conway the Machine album that came out that year I really loved. So really good year. And Jid's feature is great. West Side Gun's feature, his feature is great. A lot of really good features on this, and really good songs. The album ends more, I guess, kind of somber. I mean, the entire album is pretty mellow in terms of the fact that there's not really like exciting songs. And what I mean by that is just like most songs are just like really chill, but there's not really like an exciting song. But the ending of the album is more sad than anything. With a song like Survivor's Guilt, which is Joey talking a lot about his friend Capital Steez, who was a rapper, unfortunately passed away quite some time ago. And so him talking about that is really deep song, really powerful song, and it's a really sad song, and in a lot of ways, and then the closer, Written in the Stars. So it's just a really like kind of somber end to a pretty mellow album. But I think that's one of the reasons, in terms of like how mellow it is, I think that's one of the reasons I love the album so much, and why I have so much nostalgia. Because like I said, it really is just a naturally nostalgic album. And I'm always going to go back to songs like Eulogy. If Wanna Be Loved pops up on my Spotify, I'm going to listen to it. I'm going to listen to like a lot of songs on this album because they're really good. Production's good, performance is good. And yeah, man, it's a good album. It's an 8 out of 10 for me. It's a good album. It's enjoyable. It's nostalgic. Nothing elevates it to great, and that's why it's just an 8. Because nothing elevates it to great for me. But it's a good album. It's enjoyable, and it's really nostalgic. So thank you guys for watching.